House lawmakers grilled him during a contentious 2.5-hour hearing. The focus today, how the league handled accusations of sexual harassment and workplace misconduct within the Washington Commanders organization.
It is clear to me that the workplace in Washington was unprofessional and unacceptable in numerous respects. Bullying, widespread disrespect toward colleagues, use of demeaning language, public embarrassment, and harassment. For the past year, Daniel Snyder has not attended league or committee meetings, and to the best of my knowledge, has not been involved in day-to-day operations at the Commanders.
This is Daniel Snyder, owner of the team. Lawmakers invited him to testify today, but he didn't show up. The committee released new documents alleging Dan Snyder conducted a shadow investigation of his own, trying to discredit former employees and accuse other workers of sexual assault. It also argues he used private investigators to intimidate witnesses. The committee chair says she now plans to issue a subpoena to pressure Dan Snyder to testify next week. In a statement to NBC News, a spokesperson for Snyder wrote, "It is clear the House Oversight Committee's investigation of the outcome of it is set into the Washington Commanders was predetermined from the beginning. Hopefully, the committee will utilize its resources going forward for more pressing national matters instead of an issue a football team addressed years ago." Lawmakers today called on Goodell to ask Snyder to step down as the team owner. Goodell told him he doesn't have the authority to do that. The Washington Post columnist Kevin Blackstone now, professor at the University of Maryland's Philip Merrill College of Journalism. Kevin, good to see you again. You've covered the team for years. What do you make of these allegations in the first place, and the fact that they're only coming to light in such detail now?
Well, the Washington Post, Liz Clark, Will Hobson, Beth Reinhardt actually got their hands on the report, the report of the $1.6 million settlement to a woman who claimed that she was sexually harassed by Dan Snyder back in 2009. They actually got that report back in December of 2020, but did not have the details of it until just now. Those allegations coming out, making the situation even uglier than it was before. And so today, I think you saw the outlaying of this entire case for the public. And, you know, what struck me about it was just the fact that if not for the opaqueness of this investigation by the NFL into the Washington football team's workplace culture, in the first place, there may not have been a hearing. And if not for the arrogance and obstinacy of the owner of the team, Dan Snyder, who is somewhere docked with his yacht in France right now, rather than appearing at invitation to this hearing, it may have just died down today. But now we have the threat of a subpoena, which, as you know, that means somebody's going to be deposed, and he's going to be sworn to an oath to testify now about what has happened. So in a lot of ways, the NFL and Dan Snyder have really cooked themselves in this situation.
The scandals have really surrounded Dan Snyder and, for that matter, other NFL owners for years. At what point, in your estimation, does the league and the team owners say, look, enough's enough, you got to go?
Well, you know, the thing is that Dan Snyder is Roger Goodell's boss. Yeah. Right. Roger Goodell, as commissioner, works at the behest of the owners, which is why they pay him some $60 million a year, I think was his last take from the league. So he did his due diligence today, which was to stand up there and take all the arrows from folks on Capitol Hill, while Dan Snyder was off in Europe doing whatever he was doing and basically thumbing his nose at lawmakers on Capitol Hill. So, you know, at what point do they decide to call Dan Snyder on the carpet and to push him out? I think only when it affects their pocketbook. And, the cynic in me has looked at this kind of like the way that Donald Sterling existed in the NBA for so many years, despite that he was such an onerous owner. Dan Snyder is not a threat right now to other owners in the league. His team is not competitive, and so far he doesn't cost them any money. And as bad as any other owner may be in this league, they can always point back to Washington and say, this guy's worse than I am. And I think that's the situation they're in right now.
Wow. Kevin Blackistone, sad state. Thanks very much.